Good morning, students. Happy morning to all. Today, I am explaining the concept of corporate law in the subject of corporate law of session 39, the annual general meetings. Now, in corporate meetings, annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting. In the previous class, we discussed about the students can able to know the meaning and differences between annual general meeting and extraordinary general meeting. The learning objectives are it helps the students to know the concept of AGM and extraordinary general meetings. The session outcomes. In this session, students are clearly understand the concept of AGM and EGM. Section 100 of Companies Act 2013 calling of extraordinary general meeting on requisition. In case company having a share capital, members holding at least 1/10 of such paid up capital of the capital which carries a right voting in regarding to that matter. In case company not having share capital, members holding at least 1/10 of total voting power of all the members who have right to vote to that matter. Circumstances of EGM by the board. An extraordinary general meeting may be called by the board on its own motion. By a director, an AGM may be called by a director, and if at a time they are called and are not in India, then the director capable of acting and who are sufficient in number shall be called to form the quorum. An EGM may be called by the board at the requisition made by the members as per section 100. It may be called by the requisitionists themselves. Tribunal. An EGM may be called by the tribunal or the NCLT. Consequences and penalty for default in holding an AGM. Company fails to hold an AGM within the stipulated time or extension obtained by it, the tribunal may itself or on an application made by any director or member order an AGM to be conducted as per its directions. Company who commit the default shall be punishable with a fine of rupees up to 1 lakh. In case of continuing default, a fine of rupees 5,000 per day is levied for each day during which the default continues. Objectives of EGM: alteration of memorandum of association, change in the articles of association, reduction of share capital, decision on mergers or acquisitions, to prevent a hostile takeover, to prevent oppressions and mismanagement of the company's affairs. Once again, alteration of memorandum of association, change in the articles of association, reduction of share capital, decision on mergers and acquisitions, to prevent a hostile takeover, next to prevent oppressions and mismanagement of the company's affairs. Next, calling an ordinary general meeting. Calling the EGM by the board on its own motion. Calling of EGM by any director if at any time there are not within India directors capable of acting who are sufficient in number to form a quorum. Calling EGM by the Board of Requisition of members as per provision of the Act. Calling of EGM by the requisitionist themselves. Conveying of EGM by the Company Law Board or Tribunal. Function of Extraordinary General Meeting. Nature of concern or interest, financial or otherwise, if any. Information and facts that may enable members to understand the meaning, scope and implications of the items of businesses and to undertake decisions. Now we have to be end of this session, that is conclusion. An extraordinary general meeting can be conveyed on the requisition of members, whether having share capital or not. However, to call and hold an extraordinary general meeting, the requisition must be signed by holders of not less than 1/10 of prepaid share capital. 1/10 of paid up share capital. The requisition for extraordinary general meeting must be submitted at least 21 days prior to the proposed date of the extraordinary general meeting. If the company fails to proceed within 21 days and to call the above said meeting within 45 days. Thank you to one and all.